Hi everyone, welcome back to Messianic Mosaic. I'm your host, Angela Vigil, and we are about to uncover a great mystery, one that has been recorded onto the pages of an ancient text. What we find will provide the answer to a question that many Christians today are confused about. What is Zionism? But before we begin, we must define Zion. Did you know that the word Zion appears over 150 times in the Bible? In passages such as, Zion is the place of God's name, and Zion is the perfection of God's beauty. Zion is the city of the living God. You see, Zion is a poetic expression for the name for Jerusalem. Back to our original question, what is Zionism? Zionism is an expression that captures a miracle, one that God conceived into the hearts of the Jewish people, a deep longing and desire to return back to their native homeland, Israel. You see, for over 2,000 years, the Jewish people were scattered throughout the ends of the earth, exiled out of their ancient homeland because of their disobedience to God. God exiled them out of their land for their disobedience. Israel was unfaithful, but God was not. And because of God's faithfulness, he remembered his covenant that he made to Abraham, the promises for over 1,000 generations that he swore to Isaac, and he confirmed in a decree to Jacob for Israel as an eternal covenant, saying, "To you I will give the land of Canaan as your allotted heritage." You see, when God scatters, no one can gather. And when God gathers, no one can scatter. That's the simplest explanation for the Jewish people to be back in their native homeland, Israel, today. God also said that he himself is the founder of Zion, which explains why there has been such a violent opposition to the Jewish people returning back to their homeland, Israel, why the nations rage and won't accept that Jerusalem is the eternal capital of Israel. The enemy has always hated the plans and the purposes of God. But Am Yisrael Hai, the people of Israel live, because the guardian of Israel never sleeps or slumbers. One final thought. The regathering of the Jewish people to their ancient homeland is symbolic that we have entered into a prophetic period known as Acharit Hayamim, the end of days. But we do not have to fear. We have to trust in God, and we were given the charge to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. God said in his word not to give ourselves any rest, nor to give him any rest, until he restores Jerusalem as a praise and a glory throughout the earth. He also said that we would also witness the return of the Lord himself to Zion. I pray that this podcast has been a blessing to you. If it has, won't you click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends? Also hit the notification button. That way every time we upload a new podcast, you'll be notified. I want to thank you for your continued prayers. Many of you have reached out to me saying that you're praying for this podcast. And I pray for you that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will richly bless you today and forever. In Yeshua's name, amen.